Hi everyone, I'm Elisa and this is Bruno, and today we'll be doing an all levels Vinyasa yoga class. If you have a couple of blocks at home, feel free to grab them. If not, you can stack a few books together and it's absolutely fine. Apologies in advance if this little one gets in the way. We'll try to do our best. So go ahead, get ready, and I'll meet you on the mat in a moment. Okay, so we're going to start on a wide-legged child pose. So bring the knees to the mats width apart, big toes touching at the back, and then simply go forwards. Place the forehead on the ground and your arms forwards. And as you are here, we're going to begin to notice the breath. Allowing the chest to melt in between your shoulders towards the ground. Here we want to abandon completely everything, let go of any controlling thought. Notice any sensations in your body. Feel each breath touching your nostrils softly. Allow your hips to melt towards your heels. And take this opportunity to let go of any limiting beliefs. If throughout today's practice you have any limiting thoughts coming into the mind, simply bring your attention to your breath. Bring your attention to how your body feels in that moment. And know that they are just thoughts. It's not you. It's not real. We'll take one last breath in through the nose. And sigh it all out. Your next inhale, gently make your way to a tabletop. So hands under shoulders, knees and the hips. Keep your toes tucked under. And then we'll do a few cat-cows. So as you inhale, lift the chest up, tailbone up, open the chest. As you exhale, round the spine, begin the way from the tailbone, belly button to the spine. Make a dough in your upper back. The breath is in charge. The movement follows. Every time you inhale, lift the chest, tailbone up, look up. Every time you exhale, round the spine, belly button to the spine, push the floor away. A few more rounds. Inhaling, looking up. Or you can keep your eyes closed and feel. And exhaling down. Keep following your own rhythm for the last 2 rounds. and gently come back to a neutral spine. We'll bring the hands a palm further forwards, and then we're going to get into a down dog. So keep your toes tucked under, send the sit bones back and up, finding the length through the spine. So give it a big bend to your knees. Don't worry about straightening the legs. Push the floor away diagonally, creating space between each and every single vertebra. And tuck your ribs in. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Keep pressing with your fingertips towards the ground. Wrap your outer triceps back as you hollow your armpits. On your next inhale, send the right leg up. Bend your knee and open the right hip over the left one. Flex the top foot and squeeze with the top heel towards the glutes. Notice if your right shoulder goes forwards, wrap it back. Keep both shoulders parallel to the back foot. Take one last breath in. Step down as you exhale. Left leg up, inhale. Bend and open as you exhale. Keep squeezing the glutes with your heel. Flex the top foot and keep both shoulders parallel towards the back knee. One last breath in. Step down as you exhale. We'll take a big nourishing inhale. As you exhale, take little steps to the front in between your hands. Go on your tippy toes as high as you can. Hands to your shin, flat back. Inhale for halfway lift. Fold over your legs as you exhale. Soften the neck. And then swing your way up as you lift the chest up, reach up, inhale. Hands to your chest, empty the breath. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Feeling the floor beneath your feet. On your next inhale, reach up, lengthening the spine. As you exhale, bend from your hips, micro bend your knees, and keep tilting the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Halfway lift, inhale, long spine. Step back to high plank, exhale. Push the floor away, creating a door in your upper spine. And then tuck your ribs in, engage the core. Press with your heels back. On your next inhale, shoulders forwards, drop your knees down. And as you exhale, we're going to lower to elbows height. From here, press with the top of your feet the ground. And then lift the chest up for cobra or up dog, lifting the legs off the ground. Keep broadening the collarbones, keep pulling the belly button in. Take a big breath in. Down dog, exhale. Inhale deeply through the nose. Little steps to the front in between your hands as you breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. To fold, empty. And then swing your way up to standing. Inhaling, reach up. To fold from your hips, exhale, soften the neck. Halfway lift, breath in. High plank, breath out. Shoulders forwards, inhale. Knees down, exhale to elbows height. Upwards dog or cobra, breath in. Downwards dog, breath out. Last round, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, little steps to the front in between your hands. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. To fold, let go. And swing your way back up to standing. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. To fold over your legs, exhale. Halfway lift, breath in. Step back to high plank, exhale. From now on, you can keep your knees down or off the ground. As you inhale, shoulders forwards. Exhaling to elbows, height, hug the elbows to your body. Upwards dog, breath in, lift the chest. Downwards dog, breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One last breath in. Little steps to the front as you breathe out. Halfway lift, fill in your lungs. To fold, empty. And swing your way back up to standing. Inhaling, arms to the sky. Hands to your heart, exhale. Keep your feet hips distance apart or big toes touching with a slight separation in between your heels. And as you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, hips back and down, chair pose. Find the length through the spine as you tuck your ribs in. One more breath in. To fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back to down dog, exhale. Send the right leg up, breathe in. Bend and open over the left hip as you exhale. Keep the top foot flexed. Keep squeezing the glutes with your top heel. If your ribs are flaring out, tuck your ribs in. We'll take one last inhale. As you exhale, knee to your chest, curl into a plank. Hug the bottom leg towards your chest, heel towards your glute. On your next inhale, kick back up. As you exhale, knee to your chest, rounding the spine and step right next to the right thumb. The back foot is going to step out a little and goes flat. Keep pulling with the right hip back and the left hip forwards. And as you inhale, reach up, warrior one. Keep breathing naturally through your nose. The right hip keeps pulling back as we square the hips to the front of the mat. Now keep your arms in line with your ears and spread your fingers, your arms, hands, everything is active. Breathe in. Frame the front foot and exhale, step back to down dog. Send the left leg up, inhale. Bend and open, exhale, squeeze the glutes with your left heel. Keep both shoulders parallel to the back knee. For one last breath in. As you exhale, left knee to your chest, head into a plank, curl your left leg under. Squeeze the glutes with the left heel, left knee to your chest. Kick back up, inhale. As you exhale, knee to your chest, round the spine, step right next to the left thumb. Back foot goes flat. Bruno, move to the side. The back foot goes flat and opens to the right. And the left hip keeps pulling back, the right hip keeps pushing forwards. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Keep breathing through your nose naturally. Keep finding the length through both sides of your body as you tuck your ribs in and keep the arms in line with your ears. Spread your fingertips. One last breath in. Frame the front foot with your hands, step back to down dog, exhale. On your next inhale, make your way to high plank. As you exhale with knees or without knees, elbows high to exhale. Upwards dog or high cobra, inhale. Downwards dog, exhale. Bend your knees, look at the front in between your hands, and on no breath, step or hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, empty. And swing your way back up to standing. Inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. One breath, one move. As you inhale, reach up, prepare your feet for chair. Sink your hips low, breathe out. Breathe in. To fold, empty. Hand will lift, inhale, flat back. Step back to down dog, exhale. Right leg up, breathe in. Bend and open, exhale, squeeze towards the glutes. Inhale. Knee to your chest and hold, exhale. Kick back up, breath in. Step at the front, in between your hands, exhale. Back foot flat. Reach up, warrior one, feel in your lungs, square the hips. Hands to the floor, exhale, step back to down dog. Left leg up, breath in. Bend and open, exhale, squeeze the glutes with your left heel. Inhale. Knee to your chest and hold, exhale, squeeze with the left heel towards your glute. Kick back up, breath in. Step to the front, exhale. Back foot flat. Reach up, inhale, warrior one, square your hips. Hands to the front of your mat, exhaling, down dog. You can take a child pose, you can hold a down dog, or do a vinyasa with me. If you flow in a vinyasa, high plank, inhale. To elbows height, exhale with knees or without knees on the floor. Upwards dog, inhale. Downwards dog, exhale. Full breaths wherever you are. Coming back to a steady breathing. If you're on a down dog, scan your down dog. See if you can improve something else. Maybe you can bend your knees a little bit more, find more length through the spine. On your next inhale, send the left leg up. As you exhale, step forwards in between your hands. We're going to drop the back knee down for low lunge. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink your hips forward and down. Inhale, come back a little bit to a neutral pose. And then pressing the back toes and the front foot, we're going to make our way into crescent lunge. So reach up, inhale. Exhale, soften in between your shoulder blades. One last breath in. Low lunge once again, exhale, right knee to the ground. Bring both hands towards the inside of your left foot and heel toe your left foot towards the outside a little bit, if that feels good in your hips, in the knees especially. We're going to bring the left hand towards the left knee, and if it has more room, we're going to press it towards the outside, opening the chest towards the left, lifting the chest up towards the ceiling, and keeping pulling the belly button towards the spine. Take one last inhale. As you exhale, bring the left foot flat on the ground if it wasn't flat. If it feels good with your back leg, you can bend your back knee and try to reach backwards with the left hand. It may be quite far, so if it's far, we just stay there. If not, we're going to grab the right foot with the left hand and keep twisting the chest back and up, creating space. We'll take one last inhale. And as you exhale, if the top foot was up, bring the toes down to the ground, left hand to the front of your mat. From here, what we're going to do is the back heel is going to go flat. Sorry, Bruno, move to the side a little. It's going to go flat. And as we walk with the hands towards the right side, we're going to come on the left heel on the floor for side low lunge or skandasana. So you can stay up here. If it feels pretty tight in the hips, you can plant the left foot flat towards the ground, pointing towards the same direction as you are. If you have more room, then go on your left heel and go as low as you can towards the ground. You can just stay here with your hands, or you can bring the right arm across the front leg towards the side, left arm towards the ceiling. Another more advanced option would be to wrap your front knee with the right arm around, right hand towards the lower back, left hand to meet the right one, and keep twisting the chest towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. From here, bring your hands to the floor if they are not on the floor. Straighten your right leg, plant the left foot flat on the floor, and we're going to come into a wide leg forward fold. So if you're not quite close to the floor, you can grab your blocks and place them right under your shoulders, like a halfway lift. So keep tilting the seat bones up, finding the length through the spine. Keep your shoulders pressing back. If you have more room in your practice, you can keep folding forwards over your hips, maybe hands to your legs wherever they fall, maybe to your ankles, maybe make a hook with your index, middle and thumb, holding the big toe. And then you can also add a bend in the elbows and allow your chest to go closer to the ground and in between your legs, aiming with the crown of your head towards the floor. Breathe through your nose for 3, 2, 1. Gently bring your hands towards your hips, and on your next inhale, hug your legs towards each other as you make your way back up to standing. We're going to bring the heels towards the inside with your toes opening towards the outside just ever so slightly. Reach up, inhale. Goddess pose, exhale, sink your hips low. We're going to try to keep a 90-degree angle in our legs. And if this is too comfortable for you, you can begin to lift right heel off the ground. And then lower left heel off the ground. And then lower maybe both heels off the ground. Stay low with your hips. Maybe your hands come by your heart. Breathe for 3. Keep pressing with your knees backwards. 2, 1. Straighten your legs. The left foot is going to point towards the front of the mat. The back foot is going to step towards the outside a little bit. So we're going to square the hips to the front of your mat, having a shorter stand. Grab your blocks if you have some. And then we're going to bring the hands towards the hips. Keep pulling with the left hip back with the right hip forwards. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. And on your next inhale, pull down slightly as you lift the chest up. And as you exhale, you can fall over your left leg. If it's too hard this pose, you can hold your blocks here and keep your spine long. Or if you're pretty comfortable, you can begin to get a little bit closer towards your leg. And then if there's room in the shoulders, arms over the head to find a nice stretch in the shoulders too. Breathe. For 3. Keep pulling with the left hip back. 2, 1. Then pull yourself back up to standing as you inhale, reach up. Hands to your heart, exhale. Remove your blocks if they were there. Hands to the front of your mat. Make your way to a down dog. You can stay here, you can take a child or flow on a vinyasa. If you flow, high plank, inhale. To elbows, height, exhale. Upwards dog, breath in. Downwards dog, breath out. Send the right leg up as you breathe in. Knee to your chest, exhale. Step at the front in between your hands. Drop your left knee down. A low lunge, inhale. Exhale, send your hips forwards and down. On your next inhale, come back up to a neutral pose. And we'll get into a crescent lunge. So press with the back toes. On your next breath in, lift the left leg off the ground. And soften in between your shoulders. Keep pulling with the right hip back and the left hip forwards. Breathe in deeply. Left knee to the ground slowly. Let go. Both hands to the inside of your right foot. And then we're going to heel toe the right foot towards the right side. It can point towards the outside a little. Left hand flat on the floor. Right hand to the right knee. If there's more room, you can press gently. We're not pushing strong. We're just kind of like just going with the leg towards the side as far as it wants to go. And then twist up and back as you lift the chest up. Keep engaging the belly button in. Take one last breath in. As you exhale, right hand towards the front of your mat. Make sure that now your front foot is flat. And then if you can bend your left knee. Try to reach back with your right hand. Try to mirror whatever we did on the other side. If you can hold it, keep lifting and twisting. Keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine. 4, 3. 4, 2. 4, 1. And then right hand to the front of your mat. We're going to continue walking with the hands towards the left. The left heel goes flat on the mat. The right toes point towards the same direction as yourself. And then we continue going towards the left side. You can keep your right foot flat or go on your heel and mirror whatever you did on the other side. For side low lunge or skandasana. So hands can stay on the floor. Left arm can go across the left leg at the front. Right arm towards the ceiling. Or for a more advanced pose, left arm wrapping the left leg, right hand. And twist towards the ceiling. Keep breathing through your nose. 4, 3. 2. 1. Then bring your floor if you're not there. Make your way into straightening your legs into a forward fold. Wide leg forward fold. So your toes are pointing forwards or inwards a little bit. Hands to your hips. Find the length through the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, fall forwards over your hips. And mirror whatever you did on the other side. So you can hold your legs with your hands. You can pinch your big toes. Make a hook with your index, middle and thumb. And then pull with your elbows sideways, aiming with the crown of your head towards the ground. If you were with your blocks earlier, feel free to do so as well. Hands right under your shoulders, finding the length through the spine. Take a deep breath in and out. Bring your hands towards your hips, and on your next inhale, hug your legs towards each other as you make your way back up to standing. And then bring your heels towards the inside, pointing with your toes out just ever so slightly. As you inhale, reach up. Sink your hips low, exhale, goddess pose. This time we're going to bring the hands to the knees, and we're just going to lean forwards with the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your right shoulder forwards. Look over the left one at the back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left one falls forward. Look over the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right one falls forward. The last one, inhale back to center. Exhale, left one falls forward. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Straighten your legs. And then we'll get into the pyramid pose on the other side. So this time the right leg is going to stay at the front. The left foot is going to go at the back. Square your hips forward. And if you use your blocks earlier, place them on each side of your front foot. Hands to your hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold from your hips any amount. When you can't go any further, you can bring your hands towards your blocks. Or if you did a bind earlier, start from the beginning with your bind and your hands behind you. So inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold over your right hip. Arms can stay here or can go over your head. And wherever we are, we're going to stay for 4 breaths. Keep pulling with the right hip back as we target the back of the right leg. 2, 1. And then bend your front knee, get rid of your blocks. Put your hands on the floor and step back to a high plank this time. From here, we're going to drop on our forearms. Bring your legs together and then bring the left hand towards the right elbow as you let your heels fall towards the left side forearm plank. You can keep your right hand on the floor or right arm towards the ceiling. If this is too easy for you, you can float the top leg and stay here for 3. Send the hips as high as you can. 2, 1. Switch towards the other side straight away. So forearm parallel towards the left and heels fall to the right. Left arm up or hand on the floor. Mirror whatever you did on the other side. Send the hips up for 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Come back onto your forearms. And then hands on the floor, make your way to a down dog. 4 breaths through your nose. Noticing any difference between the first down dog and this one. From here, bring your knees to the floor, sit on your heels, bring your hands to your lap and take a big breath in. And a big sigh out. One more time, inhale. Sigh it all out. Nice. And this takes us to the last pose, an inversion. So we're going to do a tripod stand. Or if you have problems with your neck and you don't feel like you want to get into that, then you can simply lay down and place a block or 2 blocks or maybe a bunch of books on top of each other and place the sacrum on top of your blocks. So we'll just lay down. This is the first option. Then sacrum on top of your blocks. Send your legs up towards the ceiling. If your hamstrings are too tight, just bend your knees towards your chest. And simply be here for a few breaths or for as long as you need to. If you would like to get into the tripod, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a triangle on the floor. So the head will go at the front and then we'll have one hand on one side and one hand on the other one. But often what happens is that the hands end up in line with the head somehow. So make sure that you mark the floor so that there's a triangle shape and that your hands don't get too close to your head. If you're a little bit scared that you're gonna fall, Make sure you use the wall so that you fall to the wall and you're safe. We're going to place the bottom of the palm in between the eyebrows and the middle finger just above your head. Wherever that finger falls, that's the area of your head that we're going to press towards the ground. Not press, but just place. We want to spread the weight between the top of your head and your hands. We don't want it on the head, all the weight. So keep your hands shoulders distance apart, elbows right on top of your wrists, and then place the top of your head on the floor. Once we got this, keep sending your shoulders away from your ears and your elbows back towards your feet. And then we're going to lift the knees off the ground, first step. You can stay here already and just take a few breaths here, especially if it's the first time you've done it. If not, you can keep walking towards yourself with your toes as much as you can, stacking your hips on top of your head. Maybe lifting one leg off the ground and switching with the other one. Maybe stacking one knee on top of one tricep and the other one on top of the other one. And if we are here, this is already pretty awesome. So you can stay here, take a few breaths, or if you feel, and only if you feel very stable and you have a wall behind you if you haven't done it before, then engaging the core, we're going to slowly send the legs up towards the ceiling. Do not let your legs fall behind you. So pointing with your toes kind of like towards the way you're facing to. We'll take one last breath in. And as you exhale, get out the same way you got into it. So knees towards your triceps, toes down, knees down. Child pose, forehead on the ground, hands by the side of your feet. Coming back to a steady breathing. And stay here for 3 more breaths. And from here, very gently, we're just gonna get into a resting pose. So however you feel comfortable, just lay on your back. Sorry, I said resting pose, but we're not done just yet. We're just going to do just a couple of spinal twists. So from here, bring your arms by the sides of your body or on a T shape. Plant both soles of your feet on the ground. And then place the right ankle on top of the left thigh. We're going to keep this figure 4 with the legs. And without moving the actual shape, we're going to let both legs fall all the way towards the left until the right sole of your foot maybe touches the floor. Try to keep both shoulders on the floor, and maybe you can look over the right shoulder. Only 3 breaths here. And then gently make your way back to center and switch your legs. So this time the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Keep pressing with the left knee forwards, keep the top foot flexed. Breathe in deeply. Let your legs fall towards the right as you exhale. Both shoulders on the floor, maybe facing towards the left. Breathe. And then gently make your way back to center. If you're ready for a resting pose, you can get into it. Otherwise, you can take a happy baby, hold behind your knees, your ankles or your big toes. And you can apply gentle pressure towards the ground, sending the knees towards the outside of your rib cage. Just make sure that your back is flat on the floor. If the tailbone curls up, then bend your knees, place your hands behind your knees and press with your hands down, but make sure that the back is flat on the floor. Wherever you are, we'll take a big breath in. And as you exhale, gently get into a resting pose or Shavasana, sending the heels to the edges of your mat. Perhaps placing one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. You can stay with your breath for as long as you need to. And I'm just going to stay here for a bit longer. So I'll now say thank you so much for joining me today in this practice, and I really hope to see you soon. Namaste.